Hi, my name is Glenda, and today I wanted to show you what I do with some soap scraps. I have lots, and in this case I have collected all the brand ones. These are leftover pieces of soap from either beveling them or planing them to clean them, or just leftover pieces of soap that were not used. My first step is to chop them up. My idea is to make an embed with them. And I have different tones. Like I have some light brown ones and I have some dark brown ones. Right now I'm trying to get the light brown ones together. Usually what I also do with leftover soap scraps is that I put them in a small organza bag if the soap is fragrance and if I like the fragrance. And then I put these organza bags inside closed drawers so they serve as sachets. Today though, I want to use them to make tree trunks for a future soap project that will involve a painting style of soap. So I have collected the soap scraps into container, into this glass pie, I think it's a pie bowl, and I added 2 teaspoons of water to get them wet, and I try to distribute the water as much as I could. My purpose is to make this soap soft. All of this is soap that has cured and has hardened, so it's not very malleable as it is right now. I cover it with some plastic to make sure that the water will soak into the soap and not air out. Then I chop some of the light beige or light brown color soap, and I did the same thing. I chopped it up, I put it in a cup, and I added some water. I also experimented adding alcohol instead of water, but the alcohol tends to evaporate faster. So if you were working with big portions, it may not work. Every few minutes I kept checking on it until I found that it was of a soft consistency, like you can see on screen, and I then took it out and made the tree trunk logs with it. You could actually shape them into any other shape that you want. It cannot be anything that is very detailed though. It has to be mostly basic round shapes, nothing that has very small pieces. And I was able to even add some of the light color to create some of like a highlight on the tree. And as it is, you can see that some foam forms on it, and it changes the appearance of it. However, that can be fixed, as I will show you later. This is what it looks like after it has dried up some. Because of its thickness, some parts are stronger than others. The smaller branches do tend to break off because I didn't make them thick enough. But to fix the appearance issue, I'm using some isopropyl alcohol, 70%, and I'm using just a paper towel. And I'm soaking the paper towel into the alcohol, and I'm just gonna use it to sort of rub it and make the bubbles come off the surface, and it will give it a better finish. Now this is not the only option though. I'm gonna show you next the Gaudi style chameleons that I made using the same method, except that I use soap that had different colors, brighter colors like purples, pinks, and whites. Now this one is gray and white, and what I did, instead of adding water to the chopped pieces, what I did was that I mixed it with white soap dough that was still flexible, very malleable, and I created the chameleon with it. Depending how you have cut or chopped the soap pieces, how big or small the pieces are, you could have a more coarse texture doing this method, but if you chop them really fine, then you wouldn't have that issue. It is slightly easier to shape using soft soap dough because it allows you to move it without breaking that easily. It's not as fragile. And with the chameleons, what I did to remove some of that dirty look of the water mixing with the soap and the colors sort of muddying together, I used a knife, actually a box cutter, to shave off the top surface and reveal the cleaner basic colors underneath. Now, if you are not the Sculptum type and you have a lot of soap scraps, you could also just make new bars of soap with them by pushing the soap once it's soft into a plain cavity mold, and then you once it's dried you pop it out and let it evaporate some of the water that you added, and it doesn't take that long actually. Anyway, I hope you like this and I'll see you next week. Bye.